You're watching RE&M, RBG TV.
Okay, can everyone see the slides? In the middle of the page of the agenda, you see the Universal Ethiopian Anthem. Is everyone ready? I'm not a singer, but I've been moved to know the rhythm of this song. Is everyone ready?
Yes, sir.
Ethiopia, thou land of our fathers, thou land where the gods love to be. As storm cloud at night suddenly gathers, our armies come rushing to thee. We must in the fight be victorious when swords are thrust out with the gleam. For us will the victory be glorious when led by the red, black, and green. Advance, advance to victory. Let Africa be free. Advance.
You're listening to the UNIA ACL anthem right now.
Advance to meet the foe with the might of the red,
the black, and the green.
With the might of the red, the black, and the green.
That's Black Power, family.
Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray!
One aim, one destiny. This is Black Power, family. What's going down? You already know who it be. It's your brother Nguvo. Now you see RE&M. You already know you tuned into another episode of RE&M RBG TV. Where I'm known to keep it G. Raw and uncut common sense talk that the family need to have. You dig? Like I always do. You should know this by now. Family be family, so you should know this. Black love is the cure for the black nation. You dig? So let's get it. No time to be bullshitting. You dig? So today, first and foremost, let me just throw this out there, whatever. I hope everybody be safe out there the next couple days, whatever. Weather gonna be kind of crazy and everything. So y'all make sure y'all good, make sure y'all safe, make sure the family's all secured and the whole nine. Y'all got your resources, whatever you need, go get it before shit get crazy. But now, today, got another one of those headbangers. I've been thinking on this one for a good little bit now. I'm talking like maybe about 2-3 weeks now I've been planning this topic. Right? And I just got the idea as far as the title, what I'm gonna call it, just last night while I was sleeping. So we're gonna call this one today, They Wanna Die With Their Boots On. I repeat, we're gonna call today's breakdown, They Wanna Die With Their Boots On. Now, what I'm saying today, really, let me start the premise today. Basically, today's discussion is going to get into the whole topic of, the topic area of trying to regenerate conversations between the youth and the elders. You know what I mean? Besides, outside of the topic of nationhood, nation building, let's just talk on a regular real quick. On a regular common sense, everyday type scenario. You know as well as I do, as good as I do, whether by hearsay, you happen to see something, or you pretty much experience this on your, growing up or in your day-to-day out there as well. You should notice that there's a huge gap, a very big gap, a huge gap between the elders, you know what I'm saying, of yesterday, who still live today or whatever, but nonetheless, there's a gap between the elders and the youngins. There's no communication. There's a major demand and outcry and outrage for respect. You dig? But it's not necessarily a mutual type thing. right? So we going well, that's just like I said, that's just on a regular, everyday, whatever. Like I said, the elders and the youngins really don't, you know what I'm saying, they don't get along, and for various different reasons. They don't talk, they don't communicate, we don't share ideas, we don't do any of the above. So now we're going to bring it up to on what we like to talk about. Nation building. We got to get our youngins and our elders on the same page. We have to. We got to get them on the same page, in the same room, talking, you know what I'm saying, talking together. Because let's keep it, like I said again, there is no communication. If any communication that there is, it's coming from the elders. It's, look at these youngins. Look at these little kids today. They tripping. They bugged out. Woo, 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 woo. All that good stuff, right? You already know what it is. Coming from the youngins to the elders, speaking in the language that they speak. Who are these old ass niggas out here? And yada, 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 yada. These old folks can't tell me shit. You know it. You've seen it. You experienced it. Right? It is what it is. When it comes to this whole being able to do this work, bang this workout, let's keep it G. A lot of our elders, I ain't gonna say all, but a lot of our elders were around for the civil rights era. They was around back when X was on the scene. They was around when you know what I'm saying, some of the elders, they was around when Khaled was on the scene. Granted, he was one of the younger generations of revolutionary teachers, whatever. But nonetheless, some of the elders of today, they were around when Khaled was around. They was around when the Honorable Marcus Messiah was around. Right? So what I'm saying is, a lot of our elders, they have wisdom, guidance, and knowledge to be passed on to the youngins of today to get their mind right. And once they get their mind right, like I always say, once you get your mind right, you'll start speaking right. Once you start speaking right, you'll start walking right. It's a chain reaction. So in other words, the elders of yesterday, they have something that's very valuable that needs to be passed on to the youngins and to the babies of this era, of this time, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you look at the youngins of today, the new generation of visionaries and those that's trying to bang out this revolutionary work, you'll notice that there's a lot of confusion, there's a lot of gangbanging, there's a lot of running around the topics per se. There's a lot of the need to recreate something that really don't need to be recreated. There's the need of, I gotta get my name out there, I gotta be seen on Front Street, etc., 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 etc. Now, where does all this come from? Very simple. It comes from the elders who have not passed on the proper guidance and teachings. Let's keep it clear. Let's keep it G. Last night when I was at my UNIA division meeting, right, I put up on I brought to the table on the forefront, because it was an open dialogue at this point in time in the meeting. Anything that needs to be, wants to be addressed or whatever. So I brought up basically the whole the concept, living, lifestyle of RBG, what RBG is, what it stands for, yada 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 yada. I gave it the notion that we are the basically the lost as in discipline, as in structure, the lost great-grandchildren or grandchildren of the original Garvey movement, the original Garveyites, the UNIA. We have the idea of what's going on out here. We know shit ain't right. We know shit is real. But because there's no structure, because there's no discipline, because there's no support from our elders who live this life, who bang this work, etc., 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 it's just a free-for-all. Everybody doing what they want to do. And then the elders turn around and look at us and say, again, look at these little niggas. And then we hear this, and we turn around and look back at y'all, at the elders, and say, well, who the hell is you to be looking down on us when you wasn't there to give me no guidance? So what am I saying? That shit's got to stop. Because if we don't, we're going to continue to do the same old thing, the same old two-step. Now watch this. The youth of today, the younger generation, right? If you notice in the walks and some of the practicalities of how folks do they work, whatever, It's the whole recreation thing all over again. Folks is trying to relive the 60s in 2015. Real talk, let's keep it 100. Folks are trying to relive the 60s. Folks are trying to relive the tactics of the civil rights era. Instead of having to sit down with the elders, having a map out session, or what worked and what didn't work session, and going from there accordingly, because there's no communication from one generation to the next, we, the younger ones, we're left with basically the whole notion, well, we got to do it ourselves. We got to figure this shit out the best way we can. And of course, the only example that we had was the example from the 60s, from the 50s, and what, you know what I'm saying, all that time period. Those are the only real, quote unquote, tangible examples that we have access to at this moment. And it's not by way of getting it firsthand, from hand, you know what I'm saying, from mouth to ear, from those folks that were in those time periods. No, it's from the History Channel. It's from the YouTubes. It's from the Googles. You feel what I'm saying? So in other words, we're not getting firsthand information, firsthand knowledge from those who work, who live this life firsthand. That's very important. That's very important. It's very important. Because again, you can't shit on us, but you don't want to extend the hand. Especially when the hand from us is extended back onto you to gain this information. We're seeking this information. Remove the notion from your mind, elders, that all of us youngsters are a bunch of wild knuckleheads, man. Get that out your mind. Because at the end of the day, watch this. You ever heard of the phrase, action reflects leadership? If we're running around here knuckleheads, yes, it's our fault on our behalf, but it's also your fault on your behalf because you were not there to give the guidance, structure, and discipline that the youth of today need. Thus, they run around rampant and wild the way they do, the way we do. So they want to die with their boots on, right? The elders of today, again, were the elders of yesterday. I mean, the elders of today were the action takers of yesterday. They were out on the front lines yesterday, as far as in generation time gaps and all the time. They were out on the front lines. They was doing that work. They was getting it in. No diss, no respect. Big ups to you every time. But let's keep it clear. And this is no disrespect. This is no shot. This is no diss. None of the above. This is just love. Tough love, if you want to call it, but it's love nonetheless. Elders, you do not have the energy in the life that you had when you were an action taker back in the day. You don't have the same enthusiasm. You may have the same wants, the same visions, but nonetheless, the way you go about it, the same taxes, they simply do not apply. They don't. They have to be updated. Taxes have to be updated with the time. They have to be updated with the people. And nonetheless, the people that are on Front Street right now are the youth. That's who needs to be on the front lines right now. Because we the youth, we have the energy. We have the vigor and the drive and the readiness to do this shit. Let's keep it G. The youth of today know what time it is. We just don't know how to go about it strategically, so to speak. So give us that work. Give us that duty. Give us the obligation to be on the front lines, to be the face, to be the voice. You as an elder, this is now your time to take your seat, to take your throne, if you will. Take your throne. Take that backseat throne. Now, you may see it as a backseat and hear that word and take it as a diss, but it's really not. Because with you being in the backseat, you're helping push us forward to thrive. Again, we have to be able to hold our own, stand on our own. We can't be doing the same old two-step over and over and over and over again, but expecting different and better results. You know what that's called? It's called insanity. Doing the same shit over and over and over and over again, but expecting a different outcome. It's called insanity. It's called stupidity. Pass the work on. Pass this knowledge on to us. Again, do not take what I'm saying as disrespect. Pardon. Don't take this as disrespect, because it's not. It's just 100. I'm just keeping it 100. Speaking in the language that I speak, delivering my message the way I deliver it. Straight, to the point, direct. Again, elders, this is your opportunity to be that guiding principle. This is the opportunity for you to be the one to say, Go ahead, baby. Go get it. Go ahead, little youngin'. It's your time to shine. This is how we did it way back when. So y'all can take this information, y'all can update it, do what y'all need to do, but nonetheless, I'm right here, youngin'. If you need my help, I'm here. If you need an ear for me to vent to, I'm here. You need a shoulder, I'm here. You need guidance, I'm here. This is what we need from our elders. Too many times our elders love to shit on the youngest coming up. Let's keep it G. So if you continue to shit on the youngest coming up, time and time again, no matter what their work is, they're doing. Whether they're doing the media thing, trying to get the camera up, you know what I'm saying, get the TV nation, networks and all that stuff, trying to reinstitute and recreate the image of new African people, because you already know the media, mainstream media, you know what image they put out. So big ups to those that's trying to recreate the image. Big up those that's trying to redistribute this literature and knowledge to those around them. Big up to those that's just simply trying to be a big brother or big sister to anybody out there. Big ups. But at the end of the day, again, the elders cannot shit, man, on us, man. Because the more y'all do that, the more y'all discourage the younger generations. Let's keep it 100. Let's keep it 100. The youth of today, again, we know what time it is. We know what's going on. We want to get this work done. We may not have the actual, the proper strategies and this, that, and third. And keep it 100. A lot of the youngins today are actually insecure. Because there is no eldership backing, because there is no communication between the generations, because there's no overall support from our elders, nonetheless, you know what I'm saying? Granted, big ups to those that do. We need that and keep doing it. Get with the other elders around you and share that knowledge, share that vibe. But nonetheless, for the most part, the elders, again, they shit on the youth. So that discourages them and gives them insecurities. Well, damn, if I can't get a big ups from those that came before me and did this, how the hell am I going to get those who have no idea about this whole shit in the first place? So again, they become insecure. You can change a lot of the temperament of the youth elders just by simply being there for them. Again, we understand and we pay homage to the work you've done, to the role you've played. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Because if it wasn't for y'all, we wouldn't even have this whole notion and idea in the first freaking place. So of course we give homage. But at the end of the day, that same respect, that same honor and homage that you demand as an elder from the youth, let's keep it G. Y'all gotta respect our gangster too. Y'all gotta respect the gangster of the youth too, man. Real talk. You have to. You have to. There's no way it can be a one-sided thing. Because respecting any relationship it has to be mutual. It's a two-way street. Respect me, I respect you. I respect you, you respect me. It goes just that simple, man. We respect the gangster of the elders, or the old heads, as we like to call them. We respect y'all gangster, but y'all gotta respect our gangster too, man. Y'all gotta respect our gangster and how we give it up too, man. Because at the end of the day, it's all for the benefit of the people. There's no difference between me and you. There may be a slight altercation, a slight alteration as far as the delivery, but nonetheless, the message is the same. So why are you trying to knock it? Take your boots off. Put your slippers on. Get comfortable. Get a boost to me. Give them to me. Let me bang this work. Let us bang this work, the youth. Again, respect and homage to everything that y'all did, but damn it, come on, man. Let's be clear. Let's be clear. Y'all can't do it the way y'all did it back in the day no more. Y'all don't have the same life and energy. Granted, the wisdom never dies. The guidance never dies. So that should be the thing that drive and you feel what I'm saying? Keep you grounded. You shouldn't be all egotistical and emotional. Let's keep it 100. Egotistical and emotional. It doesn't just rest within the youth. It rests mainly in the elders. You can't be egotistical and emotional with this thing, man. Pass that on what you know to the next. We all like to say each one, you know what I'm saying? Each one reach one, teach one. We all love to say that. That's part of the code. If I'm not mistaken, I believe that's number 9 in the RBG code. Check it out. Each one reach one, teach one, man. So with that being said, pass the shit on. Pass the duty on. We respect what you did and we salute. Black power. But it's our time now. It's our time now. Let us strap up. Let us take it to the streets. You get, you know what I'm saying? Get behind us. Push us forward. The same way the generations, when you was back, you know what I'm saying, when you was getting it in, they pushed y'all forward. Push us forward, man. It don't stop with y'all, and it's not going to stop with us. Because when we get to where y'all at, we're going to push the next generation forward. When they get to where we at, they going to push the next generation forward. And so on and so on and so on and so on and so on. That's how you advance. That's how you progress. Because if it stops with you, if you die today with your boots on, right? How we going to bang? We're going to do exactly what we've been doing for the last couple years. Banging on each other. Because there's no guidance. Feel what I'm saying? Take that role as an elder and do it to the best of your ability to give guidance. To give stability. To give structure and discipline. Strategies when necessary. We don't need our elders on the front line. When I say it like that, we don't want to put y'all in harm's way. This shit is real out here. So why the hell would we want our elders, our jewels, to be on Front Street to get hurt? Again, get rid of the egos, get rid of the emotionalism, get rid of the selfishness, the SVPS, get rid of all of that, and put the people first. Remember what the mission was. Remember what you took this stance for, which was the people. Remember that stance and stand on it fully. Because when you stand on it fully, you have no time to worry about dying with your boots on. You're going to want to take them off after a while because you did your duty. So you're going to pass that duty on to those who that duty fits, which is the youth right now. Give us what we need, though. Give us what we need so we can bang this shit. That's all I'm saying, family. Give us what we need so we can bang this shit. Because at the end of the day, it's only for the benefit of the people. It's not for our glorification as youth. It shouldn't be for your glorification as an elder. Because not for nothing, when the nation is glorified, when the people is glorified, we all glorified. So we all in. All in together now, like I always say. All be G'd up. Pretty much what it is, man. It speaks for itself, man. We understand. Again, we understand. We pay homage and respects, elders. But it's time for y'all to respect our gangster too, man. Real talk. It's time to y'all respect our gangster too. You dig? As long as it's about this right here, as long as it's about that, nothing else should matter. You shouldn't have time to worry about small petty bullshit. You shouldn't have it. And that goes to the elders or the youngest. You shouldn't have time for all that stuff. You should be worried about this. You should be worried about this. You should be worried about what they taught. Forget the small shit. But nonetheless, youth, it's time we strap up. It's time we take it to the front lines. Elders, it's time y'all put the slippers on. It's time y'all give us the guidance behind the lines. At the end of the day, the people is going to be what's going forward. It shouldn't be a generation above the next generation. We all in, man. All in together now. So let this marinate. If y'all want to talk, elders, by all means, let's talk because we need to have a build between the youngest and the oldest and the elders. We need that. So let's converse. Youngest, if y'all want to talk, by all means, y'all already know y'all can get at me because we all need to talk. Everybody needs to start going around their neighborhood and trying to figure out how ways we can get the elders and the youngest back on some mutual act right. We need that. But like I said, in the meantime, between time, you already know who I be. It's your brother in Google. Now you see RA&M. This is RA&M RBG TV, where we're known to keep it G, raw and uncut, common sense talk for the common people, dealing with common issues, seeking the common solutions. Key word is common. Keep it G, keep it locked right here. RA&M RBG TV. Right here, man. Keep it locked right here. Stay tuned to the next one. Peace, love, and black power. Black love is the cure for the black nation, baby. The black nation. So let's get it. Stop bullshitting. Peace.